Hi, good morning, everybody. Are you okay there? I hope you are in good condition in this pandemic time. Here, together with my friend Leonardo, will discuss about the assignment that our lecture gave us 2 weeks ago. Okay, let's start to number one. Leonardo, how do you compare and contrast the both of the pictures in the picture above?
Okay, Narsisius. There's two pictures. It show how people are chatting, and in recent times, it is very easy. Chatting online is a great way to connect with others who are far. But thanks to the internet, we can build a community of people who are share our interests. There are various types of chatting apps we can download for our Android. And how about you, Narsi? What do you think?
I think the way to chat in picture A is really good because there we can meet face to face directly, and it is possible that at the same time like that a family atmosphere will be felt. And however, picture B is also a great way to communicate with family or friends even via a smartphone. But I don't think it will really make us feel the atmosphere because we are separated by such distance. Then let's move to number two. Leonardo, how do you chat with your family in every time and every moment in your daily activities?
Okay, looking to chat with our friends or our family and others, we are likely to be restoring in order to actually see the people we are talking to, and there are thankfully plenty of smartphone apps and software able to facilitate our social needs. I start by telling my family or friends what I have noticed and why it concerns me. Let my family and friends know that I care about them and I am worried about them. And how about your opinion about this?
For me, I communicate with my family members the same as in the picture B, using a cell phone when chatting with them, due to the distance as well as with friends also who are apart from me. Okay, for number three, do you think that you find the advantages or disadvantages from the pictures that we have chosen? If yes, would you mind to tell me about them?
Yes, it has advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of this picture, most of these video chatting apps allow them to talk to more than one person at a time. And what's better than a group video call to get the whole gang together? Fortunately, it's simple and easy to have fun, safe chat with someone online. And this advantage for the most common course of action, talking to a family, partner, or friend, the disadvantage most often identified where that the other person might become upset or that she or he might not be able to relate to the problem. It was also said that discussing such an issue might be difficult to understand.
Oh, see, that's a great idea. But for me, I also find the advantages and disadvantages from this picture. For example, I think the advantages from this picture are: the first, we can still communicate with them even though in a long distance. And the second one is we can still know about their situation, their situations or news. But on the other hand, it also has a disadvantages such as we can't come face to face with them, and we cannot know their condition directly, and communication didn't go smoothly. And I think it is also ineffective.
Okay, thanks Narsi for your opinion about part A. And let us continue to discussion about the part B. And here I have four questions uh, uh, that I want to ask you. The first, what is addiction? Second, why social media can be addictive? And three, what are the signs? And the last, number four, how to solve it.
Okay, thank you, Leonardo. Here I have some answers based on your questions. For number one, I think addiction is a kind of a disorder of the brain's reward system, which arises through transcriptional and epigenetic mechanisms and develops over time from chronically high levels of exposure to an addictive stimulus. Example: eating food, the use of cocaine, engagement in sexual activity, participation in high thrill cultural activities such as gambling, and etc. Additionally, addiction simply means compulsive behavior that leads to negative effects. And in this case, social media addiction is referring to someone who has a compulsive use of social media. Social media addiction is a term that is often used to refer to someone who spends too much time on social media, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, or other forms of social media. For example, people who constantly check updates on Facebook or stalking other people for hours. As a result, it affects a person's daily life. And further questions number two: why social media can be addictive? Logically, I think social media is a means or medium of communication to make socialization between one another who is separated by distance. That is, if we use it properly and wisely, right? And however, social media can be addictive because it offers interesting things that influence a person to continually access it uncontrollably. Users tend to apply it regardless of time or place. And number three, what are the signs? An addiction has two basic qualities. First, you sometimes use more than you would like to use. For example, one drink leads to more drinks, or one line of cocaine leads to more. And the second, you continue to use despite negative consequences. For example, you continue to drink even though it has hurt your relationships. But some of the common signs of social media addict are mentioned below. A. Social media is the first thing you do in every new days. B. Waste much time looking at nonsense news. C. Check the notification all the time and everywhere. D. You only want to talk and contact to your friends or families via social media. And the last one, E. Social media becomes part of your life. And number four, how I think to solve it. I think how to solve this problem is the first and the foremost that we must do is that limit the times in using it. For example, only after work, at least an hour before bed, and so on. Then to talk to people on the phone or texting only for our personal gain. Then avoid social media entirely when you are out with friends or family members. Disconnect and unplug ourselves and delete the useless apps such as games apps.
Okay, Narsi, good explanation. I have a short idea and simple answer about these questions. The first, what is addiction? Addiction is a complex condition. People with addiction have an intense focus on using a certain substances such as alcohol, drugs, or concentrate on phones to the point that it takes over their life. And the second question, why social media can be addictive? Social media is awful and whatever pleasures it confers in the form anything. Social media is just as addictive as drugs. Being addicted to Facebook and Instagram may seem harmless at first, but it can have significant unforeseen consequences. Suddenly, we feel depressed, unproductive, and downright irritable, all because of the world within your phone. And the next question, what are the signs? Sometimes we are like a crazy, shouting and loud laughing to ourselves in front of phone. Second, we seem distant from other. We check our accounts when we wake up and before bed. We always monitor our posts to see how many likes we get. We immediately check our phone when we hear a notification. We feel anxious when we cannot access social media. And about the last questions, how to solve it. How to stop social media addiction by now? We may have determined that us do indeed have social media addiction. But I want to give 2 points about this question. The first, turn off your notification. Concentrate on our daily tasks and not get distracted so easily. And the second, limit ourselves.
Thank you for your time, and all of your opinions are great. I hope this will be give useful for others. And everyone, thank you for pay attention for our discuss this morning, and good morning. Have a nice day.